Hi friends, today we are going to see how we can use the Snowflake cost optimization skill in CoCo. So first I will just switch my path to my current GitHub directory. So this is where I have pulled the Git repository. So I'm switching my path so that all the things can be downloaded or report can be created on the detection. So now you can see that I have switched my directory, and you can see these are the skills under that, right? So let me do the skill execution of cost optimization. So for that I will just type front slash then snowflake hyphen, this is my skill, and then I will just type that scan my Snowflake account for cost optimization. That's all. So now I'm just going to sit back and wait for the output. So it will run couple of things behind the scene, whatever is designed for this skills. So what I will do to avoid this repetitive prompt of asking question, I will just switch to bypass safeguard, which is basically shift tab, so that it's not going to ask me again and again to execute. It will automatically execute everything without asking. So it's a one-time approval, or you can say the bypass of the safeguard, right? So now it's not going to ask me, it will just execute everything. So you can see that it started creating folder. So it will look into all the things and start executing all the things. So at the moment I am connected with CLI Cortex Code version 1.0.66, which is the latest one, and this is my account. This is SQL connection, which is basically I am connected to in my Snowflake account, and now I'm running the cost optimization. So it will take couple of minutes to execute all the skills behind the scene for cost optimization, all the SQL queries, and then it will start generating three HTML report, which is basically your assessment, which will look after your account and give you all the assessment, all the pain point, all the area where you can do the cost optimization. Then there will be a recommendation which will tell you, based on your assessment, will tell you what are the recommendation, how you can fix those things. And then there is a third HTML report, which is for the leadership level, where you can see the compliance, where your current account stands at what percentage, what you can improve, what when, right, how up to how much time the SLA is there to improve that. So all sort of that kind of a report is being also generated using the same skill. So it will take some time, so we have to wait for that to be executed. So you can see that it's at the moment it's executing some of the things. So meanwhile it is getting executed, let's scan through what all thing it has done at the moment. So you will not able to recall everything by reading all the logs over here, but you can get some of the idea that it's looking at the Cortex AI SQL function by model, top spending warehouse last 30 days, Cortex search service cost, Cortex analyst daily uses, and then top table by size with attendance settings. It's also, so there are multiple dimensions at which this cost optimization is going to scan your account and then come up with a holistic overview of your Snowflake account, where you currently stands, what are the cost optimization opportunities this skill can see, and it will divide based on the category of which is the high priority, which is the low priority, which is the medium priority, and something like that. So when you will see the final HTML report, you will have the fair understanding of where we are going. So let's wait for this to be executed. Still executing, its phase 1. So basically it's a 3-phase execution. At each phase it is going to execute multiple SQL statement. So now you can see that it started executing and generating the HTML report. So the HTML report will get generated under this Snowflake report cost optimization. So let me just quickly go there. Cost optimization, I hope it is generating report over here. So at the moment I don't see, okay, I can see one report. So you can see the first HTML report is being generated. So let's wait for all the 3 to be generated. It wait for a couple of more minutes. and then we'll just go through that HTML report, and then we are done. So you can see that it hardly takes couple of minutes to generate the first report, and another 2 reports will be real quick. So second report will take a bit of time, but the third report will be really quick because that's basically analysis. So it's going to execute furthermore SQL statement which is designed for the phase 2. So yep, so it started executing phase 2. So you can see that it also tracking all the time, how much time gonna take for each phase, so that at the end it will tell us that what was the duration of generating this report in the HTML report. So meanwhile it is generating, let me just go quickly back and then let's see the assessment report. So you can see this this is a Snowflake cost optimization assessment report, which is also telling you on which date you have done the assessment, phase 1 start time, phase 1 end time, so elapsed time, and then it's just is a standard rate which we have taken into consideration while generating this report, because every account has a different cost, credit cost. So we have taken $3 per credit as a standard rate, and we can also modify this based on our respective customers. So to be on the standard side, I have just taken one rate for our conversions. So you can see this is an executive summary where we are telling that this is total credit burn in last 30 days. This is a dollar amount. There is 1 critical finding, 3 high finding, 4 medium, and 3 low, right? And then it talks about the service type under which this particular findings will fall, right? And then the percentage of the total cost which we are incurring. If you go in the category 1, it talks about the compute warehouse cost. So it talks about that this warehouse has auto suspend of 300, which is not good. You should make it 60, right? So this is what it is highlighting, and it's telling that it is costing you this much. So when we will see the recommendation, you will see that this it will ask you to reduce the auto suspend from 300 minutes to 60 minutes, but this is the assessment, so this is only going to tell you what they have seen as an concern, right? Now if you go there, this is talking about the query spillage analysis. This is telling about the most expensive query by elapsed time. This is going to tell you the compute and all those detail, optimization checklist, right? And the category 2 is the storage cost, table account storage, top table size, 0 row tables. So it's talking about at various, it's not only about the warehouse, it's also talking about the stages, storage, other serverless features, right? So like clustering, pipe, and all those things. You can see that what all I have done in last couple of days, it's going to track everything. So optimization checklist. Category 4 is AI service and cost, Cortex Code, which is basically your major important thing which everybody is looking, the AI cost, right? So it is also telling about your Cortex Code Snowflake cost, Cortex Code CLI cost, and other category like it is going to scan, and if it doesn't find anything, it will just say no record found because there is no data. I have not incurred any cost. But for where I have invested a cost, like if I have incurred any cost, it will tell you that this is what you have incurred. And then it's AI services, it will tell you all the details around AI model which I am using, how much I am spending on which model. It's going to tell you, and it's also categorized based on which model is a big, medium, or large, or extra large, and all the finding consolidated and overall summary. And this is a self-healing. Say example, if my skill executes some query and that get failed for whatever reason, say example, one of example may be the change in the structure of the table or the column name, whatever, right? So in those cases my existing SQL statement might get failed, or sometime AI generate SQL which will fail. So what it will do, it will fix the issue, re-execute the thing. Unless that SQL statement is fixed, it will keep on rewriting those SQL statements. Once that is successful, it will fix that in skill file as well. So that is where everything is being recorded as self-healing summary. So this is all about your assessment. Now let's go. I think it has generated the recommendation and compliance as well. So let's go for the recommendation first. So this is a recommendation, and you can see that we are referring assessment as a source we are not rerunning the assessment and then running the recommendation. We are taking assessment as a source HTML report, and then we are generating the recommendation. So you can see in the report date, and then our findings are 11. This is just a very high level understanding. Now prioritizing the recommendation summary, you can see that P0 is the highest top priority issue which we need to resolve in 24 hours. So this is what we can see, right? And then based on all the priorities wise, we have decided which so we have a matrix around which issue will fall under which category and under which complexity. Based on that, this table has been generated by the skill, right? You can see all the things. Now this will start coming with a specific issue level or opportunity of optimization level, how to fix that particular cost opportunity. So you can see that this is the issue which we have identified. Now it's giving that what you have to do. So if there is no resource monitor, we are giving them the code how to do that. One thing we have to want to highlight, that this skill is not autonomous, like it can execute and fix everything on the fly. That's intentional. We can always build that kind of a skill, but we don't want it to do that. We wanted to keep human in loop, so that whatever AI is generating, right, the recommendation, the issue, the recommendation, right, the human should be there in the loop so that they can understand what is a fix, and then they can just execute by copy and pasting these things, right? We don't want Cortex to execute, because if something goes wrong, because it's an AI, it might create a mess than benefit. So we don't want it to create a skill which is automatically executing the fix as well. That's intentional. But if that's a requirement, and once you understand that your skill is mature enough to be put freely on a schedule, we can just put a small update on the skill which can do that as well, right? So you can see all the things which is they are telling, like right. So all the recommendation you can see over here. So as I said, like this was the warehouse, right? It asks you to reduce the auto suspend to 60 from 300. So likewise you can see all the recommendation over here, right? And it can, towards the end, it will tell you the potential cost summary, right? Cost saving summary. So it's talking about that the AI cost optimization is $20 to $90, container service 0.37, and then the potential money savings is around this. And self-healing, there is no such important self-healing on this. Let's go on the optimization compliance. So you can see that at the moment this is a very high level health score, right? So overall health score is 36%. I'm not on 100%. So once I'm done with all the fixes, and if I rerun this cost opportunity or cost optimization skill, you can see that this is moving from 36% to much more higher percent, depending on how much fix I have done. Sometime it might happen that whatever the skill is recommending to you is not required for you, right? So every organization has a different priority. So some of the things which AI is giving you as a recommendation might not be applicable to you. So in that scenario, you need to assume that you are on 100%, right? So you can skip or bypass those things, but this report will still tell you, because this report is being generated based on what is the assessment recommendation and what we have done the fix, right? So you can see the cost recovery score is 0 because we have not done anything. So this is different findings. So this is very high level CXO level summary compliance report. This is not for the technical people, but it will give the leadership a detailed overview of what is missing, what are the gaps, where are the gaps, what are the priority, what to fix, when to fix, and when you will get the 100% compliance. So that's all about the cost optimization custom skill which is developed by me. Thank you.